Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking you on a test drive and tour of this 2017 Ford Edge Sport all-wheel drive with the 2.7 liter EcoBoost from the F-150. This one is in shadow black. We have your wheels here. They have the aluminum with the painted black inserts. Coming to the back here, we have a dual exhaust. It's kind of hidden in there. Sorry for the ums, by the way, and the wind noise too. We do have a dual exhaust back here that's just in the bumper. Those will probably get black over time. So you can see it is a Sport EcoBoost all-wheel drive. The Sport model offers a lot more blackout on it. On the regular SELs and stuff, you get the chrome trim here, and you also get the chrome front fascia with the little gray inserts. This one also has a little ground effects kit on it, so you get a little bit more angled and sporty bumper and side skirts and stuff. Take another quick walk around here. You do have the same spoiler, basically the same trunk from the SEL models. Your chrome badging, which I would probably black out. Sorry, I'm trying to step over curbs here. This one is fairly loaded, but it's not crazy. So there's all your standard equipment. Sorry if you can't see it. I'll post a window sticker picture on the video. Actually, we can just do that. So you can see 2017 Sport all-wheel drive, 5-passenger 2.7 EcoBoost, shadow black with the ebony perforated leather cloth interior. Yes, it is leather and cloth. Coming down to the options on it here, you have the 401A package, which gives you the navigation, blind spot, remote start system, auto dimming mirror, lane keeping system, which is heated rear seats, heated and cooled front seats, your front parking cameras, and your park assist with the rain sensing wipers, which I would assume the rain sensing wipers would be something really nice to have. And the other things that are option on here are the 20-inch polished aluminum wheels. They call them polished aluminum, but they're basically, polished aluminum with black inserts. Also, the cold weather package, which gives you the heated steering wheel, all-weather floor mats, and then the 50 states emission. You always get that on all these. Coming to a total MSRP of $44,990 with an all-wheel drive discount. Looking at your tires here. Your tires are all seasons. You can get summer performance tires, but they are hand-cooked Ventus S1 Noble 2s. They are 245/50 R20, so they are 20-inch rims with your plastic wheel brake covers from the dealership. You do have your front parking sensors. There are parking sensors in the rear. Here's your front camera with the washer. I'd kind of like to see that work, but it's kind of hard to work both of those at the same time. So looking at your key fob here, once I get it out of my pocket, you do have unlock, lock, remote start, trunk, and your panic. So to do the remote start, you just beep it and then press the remote start button twice and it comes to life. Depending on the temperature outside, you can either have the remote start system keep your current climate control settings, or it'll auto detect and kind of turn the heat or air on as need be. So with the Sport trim standard, you get the fob with the key inside of it. If you need to get inside, you can use this. But basically, keep your key in your pocket. That locks it, and then just grab your handles to unlock it. You gotta wait a second. You do also have your key code here. Really nice to have if you don't have the push to start and stuff, which the Sport comes standard with it, so you don't have to worry if you get this model. But you can have a code in here. Say you run outside and forget your keys, you have a code. I also do like that this is gloss black, even though it'll be scratched up in about 10 minutes. Coming to your door panels here, you do have padded up here, leather stitched here, and leather padded there. Hard touch down here. I wish these materials would carry down here, but they don't. You do have your gloss black trim that, again, will get scratched up in about 10 minutes. I cannot demonstrate the windows at this second because I don't have it started, so we'll look at that in a second here. Unlock, lock, and your driver memory seating here. You do have a full power seat with lumbar, as well as an umbrella or whatever you throw down there storage. These are illuminated door sills. They're kind of cool, but tiny. I wish they'd be about that big. This whole piece right here should just be that, but that's okay. There are aluminum sport pedals down there, a storage bin for coins or whatever you want to put in there. So now let's step inside and actually start it. You can hear the defrost vent is on, as well as all the other vents, really. So all you gotta do is put your foot on the brake and press your engine start button to start it. So coming to the gauge cluster here, you do have all your driver car information on this side and your media and entertainment on this side, controlled by these little directional pads here. Cruise control, more media controls. Your paddle shifters, this kind of makes me depressed. These black plastic things, they're not bad, they work and they respond quickly, but I wish they would be aluminum or something. Your windows are fully up and down automatic front and just normal rear power windows. Coming here, you have your automatic wiper control with your rear wiper control as well. On this side, you have your lane keep assist via this button right here, as well as your turn signals and your high beams. I wish it had automatic high beams. This button is kind of annoying when you're driving because you'll end up hitting it when you're trying to turn it if you're like me and you kind of go on the edge. Get an edge. Yeah. But it gets kind of annoying. Sometimes it's a little finicky to deal with, but it is not the European style or whatever they call it, turn signals. They actually stay in place because people in America, I guess, just don't know what they're doing. Down here you have your automatic light controls as well as your panel dim and your power trunk, which we'll look at in a second. Ooh, manufacturing little defect here. The plastic on the steering wheel is coming apart, basically. Somebody didn't do their job correctly. Which isn't, usually I don't see that on all the edges that I drive. I've driven every single one of them basically now, and I don't really ever see that. That must just be this one. On the dashboard, you have some chrome here around your, or polished aluminum, around your vents. Same plastic from the SEL model in here. Your actual buttons, they did not put the touch-sensitive ones in here with your Sony audio system. You do have Sync 3. In 2017, all vehicles equipped with Sync 3 come with Apple CarPlay, as well as all your other apps and stuff. This one does have Forward Pass, which I cannot set up because it's still kind of like demonstration mode, if you want to call that. But it has Forward Pass, which you can use to basically start your car from your phone, kind of like GM does with the OnStar or MyLink app. Up here you do have, as I like to call it, the HHR storage bin. Your glove box over here, damped, not felt lined, that's okay. It does have some fake carbon fiber on it, on the dash there, only in one spot. I don't see it anywhere else in here. Back to the doors, you do have more chrome and polished aluminum and all that stuff up there. Your center console here, you do have your electronic parking brake, your 6-speed automatic, which does not have select shift on the Prindle here, or Prindus. You just use your paddle shifters instead, I guess, if you don't want to use that. Park assist is right here. We'll demonstrate this a little bit later. It basically, you can parallel park, perpendicular park, or parallel park out, so you can pull out of a parallel parked spot, as well as your rear sensors and front parking sensors. 2 cup holders here with 2 more in each door. Your dual tier center console with a 12-volt outlet. There's a light, it is pretty deep. You can probably fit an iPad mini and a couple of phones. The armrest is stitched and it is leather. There's your first tier with some change storage there. You do have heated and cooled seats, as I did mention in the window sticker portion, for both the front passengers, 3-stage. And here are your leather and suede seats. I actually really like these seats. You would think that they would be, you know, more performance oriented. They are, but they are very comfortable to sit in. I could take a nice long road trip in this car and not even think about it. So I'm going to turn it off while we go and look at the back seat. Coming to the back seat, you do have your lock and unlock pads there as well. Your rear privacy glass. The materials do carry over in the back. You have soft padded leather up here, as well as the stitching, the gloss black, your normal window. The back seats also do carry over. You do have the suede with the stitching and the leather on it. Sorry, I have all the plastic in here. Coming to the back seat now, sitting in it, and I have a giant owner's manual on my butt. You do have plenty of room to sit back here, and it is kind of indented, so that way you can get your knees in here if there's a taller driver. I'm about 5'8", 5'9" when I don't wear my flip-flops, and I'm sitting back here just fine. You do have dual air vents that are controllable like this. I don't really like that design where it closes like this, because what if you want your face vent there? But you have vents at least. The material here isn't very nice. I wish this would be padded or stitched even and follow through with the center console lid here. Dual stage rear heated seats, which I love, and your 12-volt there, as well as your household outlet. You do have iPad pockets on both sides. You could probably fit an iPad Pro on both of them. There is a center armrest. I believe it has cup holders on it too. Not quite sure. You also have the speakers on each door, as well as the rear-facing speakers, which are actually kind of nice for the surround sound. There are no tweeters up front, unless you consider the door ones tweeters. On our SEL, we have them also in the A-pillars. There's your other cup holder and a little bit of storage room for some trash or something. You can fold down the rear seats via this lever here, which is kind of not fun. I'll show you the fun way of doing it here. So basically, with this, you have a power lift gate, which you can either control with the 2 clicks of the button on the remote, which I am not going to use, or the button underneath the handle, or you can kick your foot under, and it'll open right up for you. I actually really like this. You do have your rear camera up there. Sorry about that. But for the seat folding down, you can, when there's not plastic on them, you can just press the button, and it'll tumble down. Actually, it did it. Wow. You have your floor mats here, which are the normal edge floor mats, and then the all-weather ones, since this one is the winter package. You do have your Sony subwoofer here. The Sony audio system doesn't really sound that great, but it's also better than the normal one. Yes, I did just use my foot again. There are your rear parking sensors as well. So now we're going to take this on a quick test drive. I'm going to show you guys the engine first. Let's make sure we do that. Everybody wants to see the engine. So, to pop the hood, you just pull the lever here, which is really tight for some reason. That's odd. I guess it's never really been opened before. See how much plastic is still on the engine underneath this thing. If I can find the hood latch. So this one does have the gas shocks on it, so it does come up like that. The 2-liter EcoBoost SEL does not have that. Here's your 2.7 engine. This thing is crammed in here. It is a V6. It's awesome. It has a lot of power. 315 horsepower, I believe, and 350 foot-pounds of torque. I will write that down below, too, if I did it wrong. If not, then that's the correct numbers. You do have your black headlights, too. I forgot to mention that the headlights are also blacked out, as well as the LED running lights. So now let's take it on test drive. Alright, so test driving the Edge Sport here. Key you can just kind of throw wherever. I believe it does charge down there. But we're going to go demonstrate the park assist if I can get it to work. Driving it normally, just cruising around, you don't really notice that it's sport. You just notice it's quiet, it's very laid back. It rides really smooth. Even with the 20-inch rims on it, you would not believe how nice this thing rides. I think it even rides better than our current Ford Edge, the 2016 with the small wheels, the smallest ones you can get on the SEL. It soaks up the bumps. The suspension's tuned just right. You're not going to be going auto crossing with this, although that'd be fun. I probably wouldn't do it. I'd have to get some sport tires and all that other stuff that includes sport driving. The transmission, it shifts really smooth. It can be quick when it wants to be, and other times it can be a little lethargic. Your best bet with this is actually just flooring it, because it'll throw you back. I can't do that right now because I'm entering a parking lot, and that'd be terrifying. But it does handle well. I do have the steering put in the sport steering mode. It does have an adaptive steering control thingy. It basically, when you're going lower speeds, a half turn is basically a full turn, and when you are driving at higher speeds, it's more, you can do anything you want. So now we're gonna have this thing try to park itself if this guy isn't actually going behind me. Okay, he's not. So we're gonna do a little flip around here. The blind spot in this, the monitoring system, the blind spot monitoring system does work pretty well. My biggest gripe is the lane keep assist. It doesn't really do that great of a job. Let's see if this thing can find a parking spot for me. I don't know exactly how it's searching or what it's searching for. I've never really used the parking assist. I didn't even know it had it at first until I started driving. But basically you turn your turn signal on for wherever you want it to search. I have used it on an Escape before, and it's never let me down like it's doing right now. Yeah, that takes too long. So we're gonna test drive it more instead of using that, because it obviously, there's something not set up right or something's blocked. I don't really have the patience to actually deal with it. It is a very quiet interior. Everything feels really solid, and the materials are really nice in this model. Of course, it is a $40,000 soccer mom vehicle, but I would drive it, so there's no shame in driving a soccer mom vehicle that can do 0 to 60 in an insane amount of time for what it is. You'd think, oh, it's just that guy with the 2-liter EcoBoost. No, no, no. This thing's got a 2.7, 315 horsepower, which is a lot more than the 2-liter EcoBoost, and it does show. Even the 3.5 V6 is a good alternative to the 2.0 EcoBoost. I'm not nagging the EcoBoost. It does fine for what it is. It only has 240 horsepower, and that's really not enough when you get all-wheel drive combined with that. Now driving it again, I feel like I'm just in any normal Edge. I don't feel like I'm in anything really that different. So we're going to make a left here, and we are going to give it a little bit of juice, but not too much juice. Now, this thing's got the sound symposer technology or something like that. I think I will put a little asterisk fixing my mistake there if I said that wrong. But it does have that, and it does sound like it has a bigger motor than what's actually in there. This thing will probably, I don't know the exact 0 to 60. I'm going to take a guess right now, though. I'm guessing it's about 5.7 seconds. If I'm correct with that, I will be majorly surprised. But it'll throw you back in your seat. It's no Tesla, it's no drag racing car, but it will throw you into your seat. And when you have 3 kids in the back and trying to get to soccer practice in the muddy soccer field and you give it the beans, they'll know to stop doing what they were doing. This vehicle is very, very connected. It even tells you the speed limit here. But you also have all the media inputs you could want, all the functionality on the screen here. I'm not a big one for screens and technology and stuff in cars, but let's race this Traverse. Bye, Traverse. So now we're going to make a turn onto the worst road to turn on, and that is Fort Street. But it looks like we'll have an opportunity to give it some beans again, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Probably not. Really? It really does have a growl to it. Nothing you would expect a V6 to be at all. It's really crazy. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I'd like you to please comment, rate, and subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to. But it does help me out, and I do appreciate that stuff.